This is Justin AMZN on Monday, April 26th, 2021. Take a look at the Amazon on the 5 minute. On the daily, we had a really nice move on the 5 minute. Yeah, we were going sideways for a while, and then we totally broke out and ran up for about half an hour, and then we went sideways again. So this was the move to be in. We'll zoom in here on the 3600 call. I know it's so far away, but um, yeah, it's earnings week, so the options are much more expensive. So in order to find an option that has $100 risk or less, you got to go out a little further than normal. And so, or you just don't trade this week until all this premium gets sucked out after earnings, which can still be fun too. But anyway, in here we had a really nice resistance coming in about 9, and then we had support around 750, and then it started to move up a little bit, and then kind of moved up a little bit. So making some higher lows, relative highs, kind of squeezed here. All the while the put, so I'm at the 3100 put in a really nice low at like 620, and then came back down to it 625, and then looked like it was going to bounce here, actually broke down through that, came down to about 6, recovered to retest this low that it broke down in kind of the 620, 625 area, and then rolled over. Even though it rolled over, and we had a huge breakout on the stock on the 5 minute, we didn't get a huge breakdown on the option. And again, it's earnings week, so the option's not going to move. It's not going to lose a bunch of premium today, or even the next couple days. Isn't going to lose a lot because market makers don't want to give that back heading into earnings later this week. But when it does really start to move, like this moved pretty significantly, we get a really nice big move in that direction, which is still nice to have, whether it's earnings week or not. So I'm zoomed way in here. You can't even see how high it goes. And so this is the setup. It's looking like it's going to break down. It's already broken down here. It retests, comes back up into this level. This is where you can, instead of looking to short the put, in this time zone, a time frame here, go look at what the call is doing. And you could have been buying off of the signals from the put, off of this kind of breaking out above the 21, retesting back into the 21, and then starting to bounce here, and put in a really nice small S curve here. And that would have been giving you an opportunity to get in here around 850 by 750, or definitely like have it set up to get in at 9 and stop at 8 on this candle, because this is the candle that really started to go. And the option was moving very slowly here, because, like I said, the market makers don't want to give back a bunch of premium, and they're not going to suck out a bunch of premium. They're going to wait till later in the week. But when it starts to really move directionally, you've got time. Also, because the premium is slowly soaking back in. So if we zoom in on this, or zoom out on this, you can see with that setup, let's say you got in at 9. It just ran. I mean, normally we're setting a 3-hour target. Even during an earnings week, you can still set a 3-hour target. You would have been out the next 5-minute candle. And, rightly so, it's running right into resistance. But with this move and the volume coming in, if you had an opportunity to get rid of your target and just move it way out, move it up to 8R and see how that would go. So that, getting in at 9, getting a target set at 17, that would have filled in this second 5-minute candle. So this is one of those where, okay, this is really starting to go. And whatever news happened, whatever earnings pre-release, whatever happened, I mean, just looking at the chart, there's a bullish reaction going on here, and you just want to trade this. So you had a little bit of a rest on this candle, and then it continued on up. So at this point you can look at other options. Like you can go out a little further. Let's see if we had any better chance. So 3,700, even this had like a $2 range on this candle. I don't like going this much further away, but I mean, you can. So you could have gotten in at 5, stop at 4, even when it's way up here, and just hold on for the ride, for the continuation, and maybe just scalp at this point. So if you miss the initial move, miss the initial breakout, it's okay. Go out to another option a little further away. And I'm jumping by hundreds. I don't normally do that. Normally we're jumping by 25 or 50, or even 5 or 10, when it's later in the week. But even doing this, you could have gotten in at 5 and a target at 8. That would have been still 3R off of, 5x4 entry. So yeah, really interesting move. This is just looking really strong. We did not get a dip all the way back down to the 21, clearly. This is looking more and more like this was a flag, and this is just a continuation. We'll see if we get a little bit more rally, a couple more candles going up. But with earnings, we're right back into this resistance here. We did break above, these bearish candles that I said, we should continue on up. So we'll see if we get any sort of retracement, any sort of pause here, have any bears come in, and if we can get a bearish candle right before earnings, and then this gaps up, I mean, it'll really run. So that's what I'm looking for now. Also, if we gap down and we get below the 21, we're going to trap a lot of bulls in here, and we could pull back down to like 3,000 again, like we came down here. So I'd like to see it continue on up. I think a lot of people would, but we'll see what's happening day to day. And yeah, as it gets a little closer and we get some more candles in here, I'll talk about what I think is going to happen, based on the candles that show up in the next couple of days. So hope this helps. This is Justin AMZN. Thanks.